Kvyat Turbo 51 over here. I hope you're having a splendid day wherever you are in the world, because I can guarantee you I am. It is time for my favorite track to race on the F1 calendar. It is time to head to Baku for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Oh yes, it is time, it is time. You guys know I absolutely adore the Baku City Street Circuit in Azerbaijan. It is a fantastic street circuit, probably one of the best we've ever seen on the F1 calendar, in my opinion. Don't bite off my head. Be a boss and drop a like down below on the video. It's only gonna take you a nifty 2 seconds, and I highly appreciate that and love you for that. Guys, because it's a stupidly short season here, only a 10 race season here in our first season of career mode, we have already reached the summer break. We went through the summer break. We didn't get a lot of upgrades during the summer break. I did schedule a few, but it didn't go too well, I'm not gonna lie. I think we've got like 3 or 4 failures, if I'm not mistaken. Let's really check the upgrade tree. Okay, we only have 1 failure. Okay, that's not too bad. We've got 1 failure, which I'm going to repurchase. I'm also going to purchase, I think, the second chassis upgrade. Yes, we are. And I think we went for an aerodynamic upgrade and a durability upgrade, because the engines wear at this stage, guys. I'm driving the wheels off of this Ferrari, and the mechanical side of the car can feel it quite intensely. Guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. The links to my social medias are down in the description below. Follow me on social media, share this epic video with your friends, tag me in the post or the story, and I will give you a shout out on my social medias as well as here on YouTube. Heading into this weekend, guys, I'm not gonna lie, Mercedes are looking really strong at this stage, and we can't forget about Red Bull. But in a straight line, we have got the pace. After the absolute tragedy that we had in China, we came back at the Dutch Grand Prix and hit it out of the park, and I'm hoping to do the same here at my favorite circuit. The blow in China really dimmed my championship hopes, because remember, there's only 10 races. Every single race counts, basically more than double of a normal race calendar. So this weekend in Azerbaijan, as you guys look at the performance charts, it is crunch time. Mercedes, Red Bull, Ferrari, Racing Point, Renault, Alfa Romeo, McLaren, and then the rest are down below. I was a little bit slow on that one, but you guys can see here, in practice, yeah, I had a little bit of a blunder. I had a little bit of an oopsie.
I am stupid. I am stupid. I switch off everything.
Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm gonna start doing that more in my videos, putting a little bit in of real F1 live radio. I hope you guys enjoy that. It's a lot of effort to put that in, but I think it's gonna be quite cool. So guys, without further ado, let's head straight to qualifying. Oh yeah. Jumping straight to the end of our first run in qualifying, guys. Remember, for career mode, I'm only doing like a single quali session, a short session, which is an 18-minute session where all the cars do a quali run. The top 10 obviously starts on the tire that they did their fastest lap on. The rest of the grid has got a tire strategy, so it still works like Q1, Q2, Q3, but just it's one solid quali session. We come across the line for our first lap and we go P3. 2/10 slower than the leading man at that stage. We go out for our second run when we have been bumped down to P8. Heading through this part where we had a little bit of a I am stupid moment in practice. I'm sure you guys loved that, especially the people that watch real life F1 and know who it was who said that at last year's Azerbaijan Grand Prix. For those of you guys that don't know, it was Charles Leclerc. What a legend. Guys, we come across the line for the end of our second run. We go back up into P3, but we are 4/10 slower than Danny Kvyat. What? Guys, Danny Kvyat is top in qualifying. What happened there? The game must have glitched. Oh my goodness, Danny Kvyat in an Alpha Tauri is on provisional pole position as the final laps are underway for this qualifying session. Qualifying is over. If you come across the line now, you're done. Okay, we've been bumped down to P4 by Valtteri Bottas. Let's go on board for the... Well, let me commentate actually the rest of this lap. In the middle of the second sector, probably one of my favorite sections of this whole track, guys. It's a left-right chicane. I actually missed the apex of the first part of the chicane a little bit, but nothing too hectic. Going into the second part, guys, it's a very tight right-hander as we head towards the castle section. Don't be scared to mount that curb on the inside. Just make sure not to cut the corner. Through the castle section, you shimmy the walls there. You give them a little bit of a tease kiss. And I'm heading on to this flat out double right-handed back section of the track. It's flat through here. Don't even think about lifting. Get as close to the wall as possible. Hard onto the brakes for this next left-hander. Shimmy the curb, shimmy the wall, and now we head down to the final braking point on the track. From here on out, it's flat out all the way to the line. Third gear up into fourth gear, and now you use the power that this Ferrari engine has. This next chicane is flat out left, right, and now we head on to this to the main straight, as the famous Arama would call it, the highway of Formula One. We open up DRS now as we head towards the line. It's just under a 2/10 improvement, and we come across the line, and it's going to be P.
We're all ready for tomorrow's race, but before we begin, let's have a quick look at those who will be fronting the grid. Kvyat, Vettel and Parker. Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix.
Can I please know what Daniel Kvyat had for breakfast this morning? Because I really want some of that. Oh, guys, it's time for the Baku race. Let's head straight to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
A warm welcome to all of you watching at home to today's Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and a race that in its short history has already proven no stranger to drama. A fourth row start is just about as likely to give you a podium as a pole position would. And remember, in 2017 and 2018, both Lance Stroll and then Sergio Perez took surprise podiums here. The Baku City Circuit measures roughly 6 kilometers and is made up of 20 corners and 2 DRS zones. The circuit winds around the narrow city, through the old town, and even brushes against the city's medieval walls. However, as beautiful as the setting is, this track is also a ferocious technical challenge, where the smallest of mistakes could lead to catastrophic consequences for all of our drivers. With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Daniel Kvyat had a cracking day yesterday and will lead us off from pole position, with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Parker, Bottas, Daniel Ricciardo and Hamilton, Albon, Norris, Verstappen and Sergio Perez, Sainz, Stroll, Esteban Ocon and Giovinazzi, Magnussen, Gasly, Romain Grosjean and Nicholas Latifi, Russell and Kimi Raikkonen finishes off the grid. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
Top 10, my foot. I'm going for the win today. Sorry to hear about your sorry stories, Jeff. Guys, Kvyat has broken my brain. We're going aggressive. We're going for the 2-stop because I can almost guarantee you guys Ferrari will split me and Vettel's strategies, and he's going to be the guy that I have to beat today. So, guys, without further ado, jam with me on the formation lap, subscribe to the channel, ding that bell, do all those fancy nifty things, and enjoy it here on Turbo Fox Races. Let's jam together. Oh yeah, boom boom. guys, are you guys ready for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix here in career mode with a very silly start? 5 red lights and it's go, go, go for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. It's a very solid launch from myself and Sebastian Vettel. We definitely get off the line better than Vettel. We are around the outside of Vettel and maybe Kvyat as well. Kvyat leaves the door wide open and the Ferrari's power will come into contention here. Yes, 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 yes. We take the lead of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix before we get to the second corner. And guys, obviously my first stint is going to be much shorter than Vettel's. So here is where I'm going to use all my ERS, all my spare fuel to try and build a lead as quickly as possible. Vettel also makes quick work of the AlphaTauri and is up into P2. That is not what I would have wanted, but Vettel is still my teammate and I've still got a soft spot for the guy. I still love the guy. So hopefully the AlphaTauri of Kvyat can hold up the rest of the grid, hopefully for about a lap or 2, maybe 3 if we're lucky, and me and Vettel can start and bolt away so we can have some solid points today for the Constructors' Championship. Guys, with the whole thing about having a My Team career mode as well, I am a little bit obsessed with the Constructors' Championship. And in this mode, I'm not supposed to be obsessed with the Constructors because you're driving for yourself. But I mean, come on. To win a Drivers' Championship and a Constructors for Ferrari, for my favorite team in Formula 1, yeah, it's gotta happen. It's gotta happen, it's gotta happen, it's gotta happen. We nearly ran into the wall there. Yeah! And guys, coming through the final braking zone for this track. It is now flat out all the way to the line. And me and Vettel need to try and break away from the rest of the pack now while they are being held up by Danny Kvyat. We come onto the highway section here and Kvyat is still ahead of, I think that is actually Alexander Albon if I'm not mistaken, in P4. Let's see if Albon or is it Bottas or Hamilton? I'm actually not sure, guys. I forgot to watch the track preview, to be quite honest with you guys. Here comes Verstappen. If it's Albon, I'm sorry. But and he's still behind the AlphaTauri. And guys, this is exactly what I would have liked. It has now been 2 whole laps that these guys have been stuck behind Danny Kvyat. And that is just absolute music to my ears. Here we go. To the outside goes the Red Bull on the baby AlphaTauri team. And that is actually Albon and not Verstappen. I apologize for that. That is Albon. And he is now up into P3. And that is actually Lewis Hamilton in P4. Kvyat is fighting hard. Well done, Danny Kvyat, guys. I don't even think he's going to have the pace to stay in the top 10. The AlphaTauri is not the best car at this stage in the career. And he doesn't just have Mercedes, Red Bull and Ferrari to worry about. He's got McLaren, Renault and Racing Point. So it's going to be a tough race for Kvyat. Hopefully he can still get points after a very unlikely and glitchy qualifying performance. But still, well done to Gasly. As you guys see here, he gets eaten up by Bottas, Ricciardo and Hamilton. The poor guy. As you guys see, we come to the end of, I think this is lap 4 if I'm not mistaken, and we dive it straight into the pit lane because we are going for a very aggressive 2-stop, and I was driving the wheels off of my car and they were on the verge of falling off because I worked those first set of softs really hard. We go onto the medium tires. It's a 2.7 second pit stop. Come on, guys, you need to learn a little bit from my team. Come on, come on. We are going to come out in P18 just ahead of the 2 Williams cars and behind the 2 Haas cars.
Today, 1 stop left in our strategy. Some information on Latifi. They seem to have an issue.
Thank you, Jeff. And now you guys can see it was the end of lap 4, the start of lap 5, and now we are once again we have to push like a crazy person, guys. This entire race is going to be pushing flat out all the way because I can almost guarantee you guys, if the other drivers do not come in between lap 4 and lap 6, they are doing a 1-stop. You guys can see here we go back towards the middle of the lap after I exited the pit lane, and I'm already right behind the 2 Haas cars. And you guys know the Ferrari is potent in a straight line. We go through this double right-handed back section of the track, heading into this very braking zone. It's very close between myself and Kevin Magnussen. Okay, you guys can see I'm on a mission. I am on a mission, and I just made a move on Magnussen that wasn't really supposed to be made. But now we head onto the POV of Roman Grosjean as we head into the flat-out S. You guys see we jump back onto my POV, and now you guys are going to see the OP-ness of this Ferrari in a straight line. Even before we head to get to the DRS, I am past Grosjean, and I wave bye-bye to Roman Grosjean. We now head towards Kimi Räikkönen. Oh no, Ricciardo has come into the pit lane. And I'm sure he's going on to the hards, if I'm not mistaken. But we are now right behind Räikkönen and Gasly, the second AlphaTauri, who did not perform as well as his teammate. He wanted to be glitched as well, guys. But the glitch just said, we want Kvyat. We don't like you, Gasly. You guys can see I'm right on the back of Kimi Raikkonen as I talk a lot of crap. And heading in towards this next corner, you guys see I go for the move on Raikkonen as the Renault of Ocon and Gasly go side by side. The Ocon is very slow coming out of that corner. We get the grip down. We are up the inside of Esteban Ocon. Look at Gasly is going slow now, guys. I'm busy with dealing with mobile chicanes as well as the track. So we get past Gasly. That was 3 cars in 3 corners. Damn! Okay, I'm impressed myself. I am impressed. I drive a Ferrari. I am impressed. We are now right behind Lance Stroll, if I'm not mistaken, guys. Through the castle section, shimmying the walls very, very close there. Is that Lance Stroll? I actually couldn't see that. That was just so quickly that he blasted past. We will see now. Either way, it's Perez or Stroll. It might be Hulkenberg. You guys never know. Perez is sick with COVID-19. He might not be here. He might just as well be out of this race. I need to stop talking about COVID. I think I'm going to get demonetized pretty soon. Here we go. There we go. It is up the inside of Stroll, and we now head towards not the next car. We jump onto my teammate's POV. Vettel comes into the pit lane, guys, and like I predicted, Vettel is going onto the hards to run to the end of the Grand Prix. And unlike China, where we were for the for the 2 races ago, the tire wear here around Baku is not as bad as China. It's still bad, but not too bad. So I'm going to have the pace at the end of the Grand Prix on my fresh mediums. But now I need to build a gap towards Vettel so that I can still catch him at the end of the Grand Prix. So we've still got our work finely cut out for us as we make a move there on Antonio Giovinazzi. Here comes Lewis Hamilton, also coming into the pit lane as everything was just going absolutely crazy. Hamilton also going for a very, very bold and audacious one-stop. Guys, I don't like the one-stop where you have to stretch the hards for like freaking 20 laps. It's very, very, very risky, especially when it comes to your front tires. The rears are not so bad unless you spin out of every corner, but your fronts on this year's game, damn, they suffer. As actually Albon comes into the pit lane and has a massive moment as he locks up heading into the pit lane. He's also going for the one-stop from soft onto hard. So guys, it looks like, oh no, Bottas is going for an even more aggressive 2-stop. Unlike myself, he's going soft mediums. Okay, so I am not the only one going for a 2-stop. I'm just going for the safer 2-stop option. 2 sets of softs, that's really, really risky. You guys can see Bottas comes out ahead of his teammate Hamilton, which was critical, and he is now going side by side with Daniel Ricciardo. Oh no, that's actually with Ocon. Ricciardo is a little bit further ahead. Here comes Bottas. I don't think there's much that Ocon is going to be able to do. The Mercedes engine is stronger than the Renault engine, and heading into this next section, there goes Bottas, cleanly ahead of Ocon. And now Ocon has to worry about the second silver arrow behind him. That is Lewis Hamilton. You guys see here, we are once again on board with Bottas as he is now trying to overtake the Haas of Kevin Magnussen. Yes, it is K-Mag. It's going to be an easy move for Bottas around the outside, and he might even catch the Renault of Ricciardo if Ricciardo is not awake. Here comes the Mercedes and the Haas. Where is Ricciardo going to place his car? Okay, sorry for the... Oh, guys, I hate when the recording does that. There's nothing I can do about it. I do apologize. But clearly, Ricciardo held his position. But now, Bottas is still fighting with K-Mag. K-Mag, being K-Mag, will always fight with everything he's got for every single position. There goes Bottas. He is now chasing after Ricciardo. Guys, we jumped on towards the middle of that lap. You guys can see, he is already sniffing Ricciardo's gearbox. And here we go, onto the same part where I overtook Kevin Magnussen, actually. But Bottas does it in a much cleaner fashion than I did. Bottas, can you teach me that, please? Pretty please! As Bottas gets past Ricciardo, guys. Solid move there from the second flying fin. And now we head on to... who actually are we heading on to now? This is our Ricciardo, who is... where? He is now behind Magnussen? How did Magnussen get past him? I've swapped Ocon and Ricciardo. Guys, I have been swapping Ocon and Ricciardo. Or something has gone wrong because... Okay, guys, I'm confused. When Bottas started making moves from his whole pit lane thing, was Ricciardo ahead of Ocon or was Ocon ahead of Ricciardo? My brain is broken. My brain is Aina. That is Afrikaans for very sore. It is in pain. Okay, guys, Bottas has been battling with Kevin Magnussen and the 2 Renaults. Let's go with that! Okay, here you guys can still see it is actually the 2 Renaults now fighting with Magnussen, and Magnussen, being in a back marker car, is getting the better of him. And guys, here is where something happened that I absolutely hated. I had a DRS failure on lap 11, and I'm going to be a spoiler, that lasted till the end of the Grand Prix. So when I come out of the pit lane for my second stop, every overtake has got to be done without the help of DRS. It's going to be like the old days, just the power of the engine. And for those of you guys that are going to be in the comments like, but you have electrical power as well. It's still part of the engine. Ugh. We are going to have to do everything on pure engine power. But we are going to come out in P3. Damn, that was a good middle stint. Okay, that was a solid middle stint. And now we are heading off to Alexander Albon, who is now in P2. My teammate Vettel is at the end of the straight, also on hard. Okay, guys, let's get our heads down. Let's focus. Let's catch Albon and Vettel. I need you guys to drop in the comments down below. Let's go, baby. You guys know how I do it. It's let's go, baby, with 5 Y's at the end. Do that. You know you want it. You know you want it. I know you want it. So, guys, it is now it's Vettel leading the way from Albon P2, myself P3, Bottas P4, Sainz P5, P6 is Giovinazzi, P7 Stroll, P8 Raikkonen, P9 Perez, and P10 is Hamilton? What? I thought Hamilton was on a one-stop because now he's on mediums. Okay, guys, something clearly went wrong for Lewis Hamilton, and he is coming from behind. But, guys, here we go for our first overtake without DRS. And you guys can see, luckily, I've got a car with solid and pure Italian buff horses under the engine cover. And we get past Alex Albon! Holy moly, how did Bottas survive that? Yo. Oh no, guys, I swapped Hamilton and Bottas. Hamilton is P4, Bottas is P10. And once again, I've got a recording that is jumpy. Once again, I apologize. Guys, I really mean these apologies. It sucks that it's jumpy like that. But clearly, Bottas has got past Stroll. And ooh, Stroll, was that Perez? No, that's Perez. Ooh, I'm getting a lot of drivers wrong this episode. It seems every episode I've got something that goes wrong. If it's not my grammar, it is me swapping the drivers. If it's not me swapping the drivers, it's very bad editing. And yeah, you guys know, I'm learning. Every single video is a learning curve, you know? You know? I'm joking. So guys, now we jump onto the POV of my teammate Sebastian Vettel. And we have finally caught up to Vettel. But now we are dealing with the same Italian buff horses in the car ahead of us. You guys can see I've got overtake engaged. It is very slowly catching up to Vettel. Here we go to the outside. Vettel forces us to the outside. Come on, esports line, light up the brakes. Here we go. Vettel is on the inside. Yes, around the outside of our teammate Sebastian Vettel as we take the lead of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Guys, I would absolutely adore to win my favorite track on the F1 calendar. This is gonna be amazing. Here comes Bottas on the Alfa Romeo of Kimi Raikkonen, if I'm not mistaken. Is it Monsieur Raikkonen? Is it Monsieur Raikkonen? We will never know because the camera is not swapping. Yes, it is staying right there. You see, the camera does not like me. I'm sure Giovinazzi was the Alpha ahead of, well, was the leading Alpha. You guys, though, let's actually see. Now that I'm getting the drivers wrong, I am really... Oh, yeah, that was Giovinazzi. I was correct. Yes. Here comes Bottas on the McLaren of Sainz, guys. So that is now Bottas into P5, and he is now going to try and chase after Lewis Hamilton. But, guys, unfortunately, Bottas was not successful in catching the Brit, Lewis Hamilton. But, guys, I can't deny, I have driven like an absolute animal, and I have driven a near perfect race. We are on the verge of winning the Azerbaijan Grand Prix for Ferrari. It's Hamilton still in P4, Albon is P3, Bottas is still going to be in P5. And guys, we haven't put a big foot wrong. There was a few places today where I, especially that part where I overtook 3 cars in 3 corners, you know, that whole kerfuffle after my first pit stop. But guys, what a race. We are going to take our 2nd win in a row. Thank you, Ferrari. Grazie ragazzi, forza Ferrari.
Great job, you've done everything we wanted today.
Here we are then, it's victory in Azerbaijan. Great work from the whole team here at the track. And back at the factory as well. And some pretty handy driving for good measure. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
I think that smart tyre management on track and very smooth driving definitely assisted in their victory today. That combination meant they got the absolute maximum out of their tyres at all times.
And here we are, a team that is no stranger to the podium, taking their place on top once again. A sublime race today and a stunning win for Ferrari. So let's review the updated drivers' standings. Parker takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship. After an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
Definitely Antonio Giovinazzi, isn't it? No matter what the rest of the field threw at him, he didn't put a foot wrong. Superb drive from him.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. It was a tough race for our championship leaders who lose ground at the top of the table. There was also a strong showing from the McLaren team today as they make their way up the standings. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time? Be sure to join us again as we continue to bring you the latest excitement in Formula One.
Grazie ragazzi, forza Ferrari. Guys, we took the win for Ferrari, our second win in a row. Oh, that feels good. Okay guys, look, I do not want to win every race in the season. Obviously that would be boring. And after, you guys know, China in the My Team career mode, I lifted the difficulty of both modes. So I only lifted it with one, so we are now driving on a 106 in both modes. And guys, obviously as I get better, I will raise it. I ended F1 2019 on 108 out of 110, which I was really proud of. With the new AI in the games, guys, it is just so hard to, you know, still drive at 110 and be consistent. And I don't want to have episodes where then I lose, then I win, then I lose, then I win. It'll be boring.
Here's where you can buy perks to become a better driver both on and off the track. Any fee you negotiate over your base salary in the contract negotiation is cash you can spend on these perks.
Guys, just quickly to get back to what I said just before Emma spoke there. What I meant about being consistent, the AI on some tracks are OP and on other tracks they are underpowered. And I don't want to, it's kind of irritating to swap difficulty before every race, and you guys are going to be like, but it's just pause the game and swap the difficulty. The thing is, a lot of the time you forget, because there's so much of other things going on, you just forget. And 105, I will admit, was a little bit low, but I know, just like last year, the AI have been improved a massive amount. Last year they were already so good, this year they're better again. So, we are now on 106 out of 110, and if we are still OP as this, it'll go to 107, but we will have to wait and see. I felt that I earned today's victory. I had to drive. It's not that I'm having easy drives, guys. I still have to drive with everything I've got in every race, but I can see that in certain sections, I am a little bit OP compared to the AI, even though I'm on a pad. So that will be looked at in future episodes. The difficulty has been raised, guys. So from the next episodes, the difficulty will be 106 and higher. And I will let you guys know when I lift the difficulty. You guys are my fans. You guys are my Turbonatics, and you guys deserve to know for all the support. Guys, that has been this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for staying till the end. What an absolute crazy Azerbaijan Grand Prix. I've taken the win at my favorite track on the F1 calendar. Let's get in there, boys. Let's get in there. I have to say it again. Grazie ragazzi, forza Ferrari. I've always wanted to win for this team. I love the Scuderia Ferrari. I love them. I love them. Guys, thank you for watching. Please drop a like down below on the video. It's only going to take you 2 nifty seconds, and I'm sure I've earned your like at this stage of the video. We won, for Pete's sake. Drop that like. You know you wanna. Finally, second of all, guys, please follow me on social media, Twitter and Instagram. Share this video with your friends. Tag me in the post or the story, and I will give you a shout out on social media as well as here on YouTube. And guys, finally, if you haven't done it yet, what are you doing? it! Hit the subscribe down below. Don't forget to ding that ding-a-ling-a-ling to never miss a future epic episode here on Turbo Fox Races, guys. On our road to 250 subscribers. Let's get there. Let's get there. You guys have been amazing. Once again, thanks a million for staying to the end of the episode. I love you guys. Have a fantastic day further. I'll see y'all next time. Cheers!